Our next guest is the queen of green cuisine, and we just love having her in the kitchen with us. Chef Debra Queen joins us today with a couple of recipes that will complement your Thanksgiving feast. Welcome back.
Thank
it's great
you.
to have you. You already have me working.
Here.
I have a spatula in my hand.
Very thankful to be here.
This is great. So festive and getting us into the fall season.
Thanksgiving's my favorite time of year.
Absolutely. All right, let's get started.
Food.
What are we making today?
Well, we're going to do stuffed pumpkin, and it's in the oven warming, the one that we finished for TV. But we're going to do a couscous here. We're going to do Israeli couscous.
And there is a difference?
Yeah,
I didn't realize there were so many different types of couscous.
Moroccan is a fine couscous. It's actually a pasta, and it's not a grain. And then the one in the oven is the pearled couscous. And so you can give it any kind of accent that you want. If you want a regional New England accent, you could do the poultry seasoning and onion, celery, and carrots and that. And you can make your own breadcrumbs, which I did with rye pumpernickel bread here.
Very good.
But you could do, you know, white bread, cornbread,
and how do you make
like.
Your own breadcrumbs? You just
you
cut
just
it up in
slice
pieces?
the bread. You know, I like to do the whole loaf, and then you slice it and cube it, and then you put it in the oven.
For how long?
Say, you know, if you put it in a 325 oven for 15 minutes or so, just stir it every once in a while.
Need a little oil?
I don't put any oil. Just dry it out.
Okay.
Just dry it out, yeah. Or you can put it in a low oven for a longer period.
And we're going to be
of time.
putting the couscous in a pumpkin?
Yeah, the couscous is going to go in a pumpkin. We're going to do this now. If
all
you
right.
want to
And
add
how much
that,
couscous do we have? All of it?
Yeah, add all that. There's 1 1/4 cups of vegetable stock, which
I use that. Okay.
I make my own vegetable stock.
All right.
With this one, you just cover it as soon as you add.
It's ready.
We add a little emollient. You can add oil or butter, whatever you prefer. A little bit of salt, so a couple granules of salt there.
Very good.
And I made my own vegetable stock.
I'll add a little more.
Yeah,
that's
you could do chicken stock, whatever you like, you know. And then you just set that aside, and then when it's ready, we'll just fluff it with a fork. And we'll add our other ingredients. So in the meantime, we're going to do this cranberry sauce over here. Hopefully, if we can get the oven.
Is it working?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, very good.
All right.
Now the cranberry sauce, we're adding some water?
We're adding water. Maybe about a half
of
that.
this? Okay.
Yeah. And you're going to add this sugar. Now, if you don't want it too sweet, but cranberries are very tart. They have a lot of
How much sugar? All of this?
You can add half. And this is an organic cane sugar, but you know, 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup.
Okay, that looks good.
And then, you know, you let that boil a little bit for about 5 to 7 minutes. We've got orange juice, fresh squeezed.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
And we put this in the
Put that right in the cranberries.
All right. All of it?
Yeah, all of it.
Okay, and this is about what? 1/4 a cup or 1/3 a cup?
That's about 1/4 of a cup or so, yeah. And this is fresh orange zest. Okay.
All of it?
All of that. Put a little pinch of salt.
Of course, we
right
always
there,
have to have
just
a little bit of salt.
that brings out the sweetness actually.
Exactly.
And then you can add like a whole cinnamon stick, which I'll do. And I've got some Jamaican allspice, one of my favorites, and some fresh cloves.
Where do you find Jamaican allspice?
Well, you have to just shop around, but I buy everything. I don't want to say any particular store in particular, but you know, I do go to Whole Foods and buy a lot of my products.
But if you don't have that Jamaican allspice, can you put
you can
just
use any allspice? Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Typically, you know, from the West Indies,
very good.
Spice.
Okay.
And then if you wanted to, you could just use grated, already ground. So I've got some coriander in here and some ginger.
We were going to try to use, I think we were going to do a fresh ginger, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's try that.
And so you've got the ginger grater. Now this is a typical porcelain grater that you'd find in Japan. You just grate that off
and just put it right there.
Try not to get the hairy kind of thing, just the juice.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, because that's
I know exactly
a little weird on the palate.
Is that good?
That's good, yeah.
All right.
Now, for the sake of TV, I did saute the onions and shallots, garlic. I've got currants here, some things that are going to go into the couscous.
Of course, we're going to have all. I probably need a little more ginger here.
Okay, a little more ginger. Yeah.
If you can put just a little more.
Yeah. Yeah, just put as much as you want in there.
Okay.
You could add anything to the stuffed pumpkin that you want. You could do squash. I've roasted some butternut squash and some sweet potato, just for an example.
The cranberries are starting to pop here.
Any kind of nuts that you want.
Very good.
And once they do pop and everything, you take a masher. So I brought the old-fashioned
They are starting to pop.
masher.
Is it ready to be smashed?
No, I'll give it a few more minutes. They need to pop a little bit more. But make sure you stir them so they don't stick.
Very good.
Because they're sugary and you don't want them to stick. And then this is the cranberry sauce that I made night before last.
So this is what we're trying to achieve here.
Well, the thing is, you can keep it whole cranberry, or you can puree it.
Oh, I do like it whole.
Yeah. So I put that through a chinois.
All right, very good.
And that's just to puree it. Your food mill, anything like that, a sieve. I'm going to turn that down just a little so it doesn't overcook on you there. But the versatility with this stuffed pumpkin, I want to bring that out of the oven.
Okay, let's do that. And
that's actually, here it is.
Very good. We already had it out.
There you go.
And
Isn't it beautiful?
This is the couscous that we are making right here.
This is the Israeli, and this is Moroccan.
Oh, that was a Moroccan. Okay.
For the sake of TV, this is only like a minute or two for it to plump up, but this takes 20, 25 minutes, maybe even half an hour. So I wanted to just show you what the stuffed pumpkin looks like when it's finished.
And you can use this as a side dish?
Yeah, this is either a vegetarian entree. You could use different sized pumpkins. This is a sugar baby pumpkin. I just cut it in half and I seasoned it in the inside. You could do oil or butter, whatever you like. Salt, pepper. Turn it upside down on the baking sheet. And then, you can season it with garlic if you like, something like that. But you just turn it upside down on the baking sheet and let it roast for about 45 minutes.
At 450 or 300?
350.
350.
Yeah, and then the meat that's inside the pumpkin itself can be eaten with the stuffing. So it's lovely. It could be a side dish. You could use a big pumpkin and make it like a centerpiece.
So you actually cook the couscous in the pumpkin, or
no,
do you
I
separate?
cooked it separately, but when you go to reheat it, you can reheat it right in the pumpkin.
Together, just like that.
Right, like that.
We have about a minute 30 left.
Okay,
so what are we doing over here?
So you're going to mash your cranberry a little bit.
Okay.
And that really needs 5 to 10 minutes total.
Okay.
And then this is your couscous. You see how it's pretty much all finished. And then you take a fork with the couscous to fluff it, not a spoon, because this separates the granules, see? And then you just add in whatever you like. I've got some Zante currants here, some pepitas.
About what? What are your portions there?
Well, I didn't really measure for this because I think it's a matter of taste. You could, you could add the squash.
Yes. And of course, we'll have this recipe on the website. So
celery. And
don't worry about writing anything down right now if you haven't gotten to it
Sorry,
yet.
we're hurrying around a little here. But we've got scallions here and celery. You could add onions, which I pre-cooked all of these items so that they could just be thrown in. You could put carrot if you want to color, as much texture and color as you want, and then you just season it however you like. If you're a New Englander, you want poultry seasoning,
you can put it in there.
Celery salt, that kind of thing.
Or you can put Italian herbs as well?
You could put any kind of accent on this. Asian, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, Southwestern, whatever you like. So now cranberries have a lot of pectin, so it'll thicken itself as it sits.
Well, this is great. Wonderful. So many things to cook for the holidays.
Well,
great.
We have a lot to be thankful for.
Yes, we certainly do.
So every day should be Thanksgiving.
That's right.
And,
so happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you with us.
Oh, and don't forget, add the breadcrumbs to your stuffing.
We won't forget. Coming up next, more Connecticut style coming your way right after this. Thanks so much.
Thank you.